Hello, beautiful souls. It is Joey here from True North. I just had to get a message out today. We got a message from the Earth Warriors Oracle. We have the Clan of the Wolfheart, number 14, followed by number 41, the Medicine Horse. So 1414 could be important for you, or 1441 I'm seeing. It's very much mirrored numbers. They're also showing me 4141, okay? So any of those could really be an angel number or a hit for you or a synchronicity. But so what I'm seeing is that it's very much like an aspect of healing the divine feminine that's being offered right now. The wolf hearts, it says we are the ones that we're waiting for. And really, so wolves are excellent teachers if you think of them energetically and not just as animals. They are the types of souls and energies that develop into excellent teachers. But when they're unconscious or when they're in like a wounded energy, they can be a little ferocious. They can be kind of devouring. And that's exactly what the book says. So, what I see this is like you activating and healing, parts of yourself that are going to ascend you into being a leader with wisdom and tact, and someone that is going to be very effective at being a leader. Okay, but this spirit is bringing in almost like a healing. It's going to be physical, mental, like this is going to be an all-around healing for you. And I believe that it is going to really set you free from yourself, possibly from your denser emotions, from your lower chakras. Because I see a block in the root chakra, and I believe that this is regarding like a wish fulfillment. And I feel like that is a lot of the healing that needs to be taking place right now. And I think that's really the gift that's being offered to this collective. Because you're really meant to be stepping into the role of a leader, okay? And part of leading is realizing that not every single member of the pack is going to be good at the same thing. They're not going to be following in the exact same footsteps, It's a level of like originality that you're having to accept, and it's really more about leading by example than leading by force, I feel like. Yeah. But there's just very much like a major spiritual awakening that comes with the activation of healthy wolf heart. And I feel like that's kind of where you're on your way to. So I feel like this is very much like a message of keep the faith, and like you're well on your way. You're well on your way. And it's really truthfully too about balancing your emotions, but also like expressing them with integrity, and really not compromising on how you feel, but really being more compassionate with how others feel, but while still finding a way to voice your truth authentically, if that makes sense for you. Yeah, because I feel like there's an aspect of control that needs to be released, and it's not just with the self, it's like almost micromanaging the universe. It's micromanaging how your wishes are coming in, and it's like because it's agitated wolf energy. That's just what it does, okay? So I think someone definitely is, yeah, someone is needing more balance. Someone is really needing to find that balance between home and work, and also the physical and the spiritual is what I'm seeing too. Okay, so someone may be really wrapped up in the physical when it's time to put in a little more work on the spiritual side, or vice versa. You may be really connected to the spirit, but you're needing to put more work in and the physical connections and the things that we have going in on earth. Okay, and someone's really needing to put more effort, or love, I want to say, not effort, but more love into their physical vessel, into their body, and healing their body. That also, they're just showing me control, like that might have a control over you. That might be affecting your mental health, or you're putting you in a prison. Okay, so yeah, with this medicine horse, it's very much like a gift of freedom. It's a gift of joy. Yeah, and I feel like right now, like you may be trying to shift into a different phase of your life, and spirit is saying to like keep your head on the future, really keep moving in the direction that you want. And it's about leaving your past in the past, and focusing on this next chapter of growth, you know, because there are going to be old ways, people, places, and things that just no longer serve us. And you really have to be willing to offer certain things up in order for the future, you know? Yeah. And I do see this. So it's like, I feel like the people that are aligned with this meeting or with this reading are really, really trying to, and it's no coincidence that that wolf is there. Okay. That's not a coincidence. So I feel like this is definitely regarding like financial energy or stability, work. There's some sense of like providing that you are trying to do for people. But I almost feel like there's a sense of control and micromanaging that you have on the universe, where it's like a need to release and to flow and to balance. Because yeah, you're working very hard on this with this Three of Pentacles on the bottom. You're working very hard towards this, okay? But I almost see this when I keep seeing this devil and this wolf energy. I just see this as someone who is having trouble releasing control and kind of like allowing flow to happen. All right. And similarly, you know, like you might be trying to drag, oh, I'm seeing this too, is like almost trying to get people to do or grow in a way that you think that they should, or almost trying to force their growth, when in reality, if they're not ready to grow, they're not going to grow, and there's nothing that you can do about that. And that's where this Two of Wands comes in. You know, there are going to be things that we have to just kind of put behind us because there's nothing that we can do about it. And part of that wolf energy is like so loving, but it can get very frustrated because you're trying to look out for the pack, you're trying to look out for everyone. But at the end of the day, you have to lead by example. You have to lead through grace, and really that shift has to come from inward. You can't force that externally, you know? Then you just kind of become an asshole. So you really, yeah, it's a fine line. It's a very, very fine line. But I do see this as like you are moving into stability. Like with this King of Pentacles here, this isn't just about the why. This is about what you're becoming, okay? This is about the wish fulfillment, okay? This is about keeping your faith, okay? Because there's very much like you're on the right path. You are. You're so on the right path. And similarly, Spirit is... I have to like show you this. So the way these are sitting, the way they got set down, it's like Spirit is literally trying to ground in these manifestations. And I do just see this as being financial or like potentially like a career opportunity. Yeah. This is something definitely involving the physical. It is about a wish fulfillment. It is about a wish fulfillment. That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. So you're really on the way to this. But I think part of the way that you're going to access this is freeing yourself from these lower chakra densities and like these, I don't even like the word blockages, but I'm trying to figure out a better word, but it's almost just like stagnant energy that needs to be moved around, that we need to start get flowing again. And I feel like once we get it flowing again, that's going to make it a lot easier for you to balance. But yeah, so be open to receiving your healing. Be open to this coming in ways that might even be unexpected. Yeah, because right now with the way it is, like you're allowing things that shouldn't have power over you to have power over you, and it's draining your life force. All right, and I associate this. There's not a coincidence either that these are the same color, okay? So this is literally this situation that has control over you. The devil, I feel like people put the wrong face on quite often. It's like really the devil is just someone that's trying to slow down. It's like the darkness that's trying to slow down your growth, you know, and really take hold of you, you know. When we allow situations to become detrimental to us, to where they have control over us, that is like our own demons, you know. Like we are consciously handing over our power to a person, a place, or a thing that, you know, is draining us. Sometimes we have to go through those things to really up level, because sometimes we can be really stubborn, you know, and sometimes we don't listen. And it has to get to that boiling point of uncomfortability before we finally are like, no more. Like, I genuinely can't do this. And that's when you up level and you access your inner treasures, because you're like, no, I'm gonna do something differently. Yeah. And so again, yeah, this is very much about manifestations and blessings coming in, especially in the form of money, job, security, finance, all of that fun stuff. The Queen of Pentacles too. I mean, I can't even. So I think more, yeah. And so what they're really saying is like, I feel like you're almost going about it in like a masculine sense, and really like with this wish fulfillment, with this manifestation, I feel like it's going to happen for you a lot quicker and be a lot more effortless if you shift into your feminine. Okay. And I think a lot of times wounded feminine can almost act like a masculine energy sometimes. um I don't know, that might not resonate for everyone, but I've noticed that with some people that I know personally. But it's very much like, yeah, I feel like there's a sense of compassion that spirit is trying to lead you towards. And it's really leading with compassion and kind of being more in a nurturing energy. And especially towards people that maybe aren't exactly where you want them to be, you know, instead of maybe getting agitated and frustrated. You know, this is saying to approach it with compassion and more understanding and from like a more grounded perspective, you know. Uh, yeah. You have a lot of different ideas and creativity and special things that you have to offer these people. And I think almost it can kind of get frustrating when you feel like you aren't being heard. But a good way to balance this out would literally to create something, maybe write something, you know, actually create something yourself. And also like what could really be beneficial is learning something new, you know, taking a class. Um, Really doing things that are going to put you at a more advantaged place to become the teacher in your life. Okay, because again, that's what these wolves are meant to do. They're meant to lead, they're meant to be teachers, they're meant to be people who share and impart their wisdom. Okay, and with the Page of Swords coming out, it's really just doubling down on the fact that you have so much intellect and knowledge that is ready to be shared. And literally got a phone call in while I was recording that. So very much be open to a message or an offer or different things coming in. Similarly, like this could be a trip coming up for some of you, going back to the Two of Wands. Yeah. So really focus on the things that you can change. Focus on, you know, the people that are willing to grow with you. You know, like again, it's like the old saying, like you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Okay. So, and I feel like don't stress too much about how these blessings are coming in. Don't try to micromanage like how these things are happening, and just trust that they are. There's just a level of faith that you have to keep right now. But similarly, what was coming through also was just a level of you accessing your inner treasures, okay? Like I don't think that you realize how much this healing, this freedom from your own emotions is going to set you free, okay? I don't think that you understand the power of that gift. That is such a blessing in itself, okay? Everyone's so focused on like physical abundance all the time, but sometimes we genuinely forget the amount of inner treasure and inner abundance that we may have turned off or turned a blind side to, you know? And it's almost like going further away from yourself. But I believe that this is going to be a gift not only that is leading you to the ability to call in physical abundance, but this is bringing you back to yourself. This is reconnecting you with your inner treasure. This is reconnecting you with your faith. This is reconnecting you with your compassion and your stability, all right? And your ability to nurture, you know, stepping back into that healthy wolf energy. Wow, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, because, and I'm just like that devouring, like when you are in like that shadow side of the wolf energy, it can just be like that consuming ass energy where it's just very, very tiring. Yeah, I think we've all been there a time or two. But similarly, I just see this as very much a time to really share your information, share how you feel. Like, don't be afraid to speak up or to write your opinions, or really just be, yeah, creative. I don't know. Like, I feel like once this shift is made, it's going to make light bulbs go off in your head. But not only that, but like this flow is going to bring in these manifestations with a way higher speed to you. All right. And you're going to be able to get to that comfortable place of stability that you've been almost trying to force to happen. Yeah. But also, I do see this too, like as with the King and Queen of Pentacles, I feel like for some of you, this could be like a divine union. You may be finally manifesting like your dream partner. And yeah, so lots of good energy coming in. I am going to keep this one relatively short. So I love you guys very much. And we'll just see if Spirit has like any final messages for you. Any final messages for this group, Spirit? Yeah, I feel like this has been a really long road, but they're saying, keep plucking along, like you're at the finish line, and I feel like you're almost there. Especially with this being a 10, it's a cycle ending. So I feel like this period of struggle, this period of hardship, and almost I see this too as like, you notice how no one else is here, no one's behind them. I just almost feel like this is like leader of the pack energy, and it's like the last one to get there. But I feel like it's because you spent a lot of your time like trying to put all this energy in to get other people to do it because it's who you are as a leader, and Spirit is saying like be mindful of how far you've come. Look, and I'm getting a sense they're showing me the Four of Wands, and it's like very much to celebrate where you've come from, to celebrate where you're going, to really celebrate your progress. Yeah, with the Moon coming out in reverse, that's accurate. Yeah, so there is a sense of like you, in so many ways, you're already embodying the leader that you want to be, but I feel like energetically there's just different approaches that are gonna make it more harmonious and have like a better flow for you. Yeah, but you are well on your way to that abundance that you're looking for, and this is very much like a provider energy. Okay, this is like feminine energy that I'm picking up on, but it's like very much based in like the masculine provider. I don't know, like I feel like someone's trying to use their feminine to call this in, to manifest this in, but like their masculine is almost like wanting to like keep kicking on. Like I don't know, I feel like it's almost like a battle between the masculine and the feminine with this reading. And there's just a level of surrender and trust in this process. And I feel like, yeah, I know that that's accurate because this is almost resonating with where I've been over the past couple of months, where you're trying to call it in, and then it's like the wolf energy gets agitated because it's just not happening fast enough. It's like, and it stresses you out. So yeah, just have faith, take a breath. I really recommend like maybe creating something or just doing something fun with your family, doing something that's really going to bring you into a level of joy, because I promise you that abundance is coming. That abundance is coming. Yeah. Just keep your focus, keep your intentions, and keep on loving each other. Keep facing your true north. I love you guys.